Well, Michelle, two of Deputy Giancarlo Scotti's suspected victims are coming forward speaking out tonight for the first time. And one of those victims says she saved evidence, knowing it would be her word against his.
Outside the walls of the Century Regional Detention Center, there's little in common between these two former inmates, except for the experiences they claim happened earlier this summer with one particular jail guard.
Made me feel like pathetic.
I don't even think he knows my name.
As an inmate, you learn that it's like your word against theirs.
Janet and Jane, fake names we're using at their request, say they're victims of sexual assault. As they allege in a federal civil rights lawsuit, they tell me 31-year-old LA County Sheriff's Deputy Giancarlo Scotti, a guard of their former jail, is the man who did it. This is video of Scotti taken from YouTube, positively identified by both women. Jane is in her 20s, who says late one night in September, Deputy Scotti came by her cell.
He ended up like popping our cell door open, and it's nighttime, you know, like no other doors are open, you know, everyone's supposed to be asleep.
In the lawsuit, Jane claims Scotti took her to a shower, forced her to give him oral sex, then threatened and raped her. She says after he was done, he went after her cellmate.
It's one thing to to go through it, but then to have, you know, watch someone else go through it too, you know, like just feel like you can't do anything to help them. Really terrible feeling.
Janet tells me a similar story, but her guard is up, she says, because of the trauma.
It was stuff that happens that you would only think happens in the movies.
In the same lawsuit, Janet claimed she was pregnant when Scotti cornered her in a cell. Janet says he made her spread her legs open so he could look at her body, then forced her to get on her knees and give him oral sex.
He didn't care. He didn't think he was going to get caught.
Hours after Jane said she told a jail staffer of being raped by Deputy Scotti, he was arrested.
As soon as we became aware of this, we immediately got right on it, brought out the appropriate investigation team, dedicated a lot of resources because of the egregiousness of the act.
But what most people didn't know at the time, Jane says, is that she saved Scotti's semen on a tissue for evidence. Evidence her attorneys say will put Deputy Scotti behind bars.
It's sadly our expectation that the county is going to fight us on this, and it will be a long time till there's any acknowledgement of wrongdoing, let alone affirmative steps to make things right.
And the Sheriff's Department tells us their Internal Criminal Investigations Bureau interviewed 150 witnesses before submitting their case to the District Attorney's Office last month. So far, no charges have been filed against Deputy Scotti, who is out on bail. And we reached out to the Association for Los Angeles Deputy Sheriffs and the Sheriff's Office for comment about this lawsuit, but both say they cannot comment on pending litigation.